3-6, Comparing Expressions with Exponents. Part 1, Writing Equivalent Expressions Using Properties of Exponents. We are to write 4 expressions equivalent to 2 raised to the 13th power. Our answers will vary. The question is, what kind of problem could we write so that our answer would be 2 to the 13th? Well, let's recall. 2 to the 13th, it would be equal to 2 to the m times 2 to the nth. In other words, if we were multiplying like bases, what would we do with exponents? We would add them. Therefore, we need m plus n to equal to 13. Well, there's many ways to have two numbers added together to get 13. So I have chose 2 different ways. The first way that I chose was 10 plus 3 gives you 13. So that's one way to write this problem. 2 to the 10th times 2 to the 13th. Remember that you have to add the exponents when you are multiplying like bases. So I get 2 to the 10 plus 3 gives me 2 to the 13th. I could also write this problem as 2 to the 8th times 2 to the 5th. Because again, when you're multiplying like bases, you add exponents, and 8 plus 5 gives me 13. So there's 2 examples of how I could write 2 different problems, and they would both give me the same answer of 2 to the 13th. Now, the next 2 problems that I'm going to write out, I'm going to use the thought that when you are dividing, when one's in the numerator, one's in the denominator, you must subtract exponents to get 13. So what numbers subtracted would give you 13? Well, the first example that I have chosen to use would be 2 to the 20 minus 7. 20 minus 7 gives me 13, so I would write it 2 to the 20th divided by 2 to the 7th would give me 2 to the 13th. Choosing another pair of numbers that subtract to give you 13, I've chosen 30 minus 17. So I put 2 to the 30th in the numerator and 2 to the 17th in the denominator. This is also a problem that when you divide like bases, you subtract exponents. 30 minus 17 would give you 2 to the 13th.